Alright, now then, we're coming up to the close of the market here on Friday. So I thought we'd go through the charts really quickly and see how we got ourselves set up here. We've got one trade open, negative 50 cents, so I think we can live with that. We don't have to worry about missing any sleep over the weekend. The account history, we've had a really good day the other day. There's nothing new else has gone through here. We've got 7,200 in the balance, so we're up 7.2% on the account. Not too bad at all. Alright, so let's quickly go through these charts one at a time. So here's the euro. Again, first thing you always want to do is just get this chart so you can see when the last time the blue line crossed the white line, which is all the way up here. So obviously it's already done yellow, it's done white a couple of times, and kind of we've got a new little bit of a trend going on here. So I've put in a small, if we click on here, in fact there's that trade right there. You know what, well, we'll see how that goes. I put in a small yellow trigger. We took a manual trade as it came back to green. We can zoom in right now, as a matter of fact here. Took a manual trade as it came back to green, almost to yellow. We just took that. Oh, look, it's chugging away quite nice. And we've got another yellow trigger placed in here. So in case it comes back to the yellow line, we're in as well. But really that should be, for all intended purposes, yeah, that's not bad. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So yellow trigger on that one. Let's minimize it. Okay, British pound. We've got blue line has crossed the white line here. And there's the separation. Brilliant. So we've got a yellow trigger on that one. If you click right on the smiley face, it brings it up. So we put a decent sized trade in here. Stop loss and take profit in. So if it's 250, a good way to check these, get the little crosshairs tool. For argument's sake, let's say by the time it comes up to yellow, it's hitting here. So how far would 250 be? A little bit too far, I'm thinking. I'm going to change that now. Let's just put in 125. Oops. 125, here we go. Whoops, 124, 125 is the potential profit on the upside here. So let's see how far 125 would be. So if that bounces up and hits yellow about here, 125, well, it's going to just about squeak through there, I think, unless it drops any further. Quick look, see on the one-day chart just to see, wow, look at that. That's brilliant. Okay, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. It's a new trend too, because look, the blue line's just crossed the white line. That's turning out to be a long-term downward trend on this. Okay, so that's some good trades coming up on the British pound, I think, this next week. Anyway, we're set and ready to go. US Canadian, what have we got going on here? Well, blue crossed white way back when. Wow, way back when. Here. Blue's crossed white here. It's dropped, hit yellow. It's obviously done white. We've got a new bit of a trend going on. Came down to white again. Didn't touch here, but that's, you know, there's a good separation between green, yellow, and blue. But that should really be a white trigger. There's no question. What's one day doing? Yeah, it's peaking out. This has to drop back down to the green line here. So we've got to readjust this one real quickly. So easily done. We're going to right-click on the chart. Go to Template. Here we go. And refresh the template. Done. Bring up our navigator window. There's our white trigger. And we're going to dump that on there. Let's put, well, I think that's going to be a good little trade. Let's put 2 in. Take profit of, I think we can quite happily do 250 on this side. Let's go to OK. And just get a crosshairs tool just in case. Let's say that it hits white round about here. How far is 250? Brilliant. Yeah, we can easily take that trade, no question. And the day trend is up. Okay, we've readjusted that one. Didn't take 2 seconds. What have we got going on here? US Swiss. Again, let's just zoom out as far as we can. Well, blue crossed white here. It's done yellow, done white, done white. So it's a red trigger. Initially put yellow in. We need to change that. So let's right click, template, and refresh the template. Okay, let's get a chart back here. So a red trigger. So a red trigger, number one, we need to get the crosshairs tool and see, is this more than 500 points? And it is. It's 800. That's brilliant. Anything over 500 is good. Let's bring our red trigger over here. We're going to put potential smaller trade in, I think. Stop loss at 500 is by default. Take profit. I think we can get away with 225 on that one. Red ratio, we're going to take the trade. Would be nice if it was 75% of the way towards the red line. And the minimum spread we want here, let's put in 500. Absolutely no less than 500. In fact, the calculation won't take the trade if it's under 500, even if you put in less than that. And we'll go OK. So when it gets to 75% of the distance between white and red, it'll take a buy trade. And the trend is up anyway. So that took all of 2 seconds to put that one on. Alrighty, let's minimize that window. Then what we got going on here, this is the US yen. Yeah, we got a red trigger, blue's crossed white here, it's done yellow, done white. So absolutely is the next trigger here. Just check the distance. Wow, almost 1,000, 930 points. Brilliant. Okay, we'd like that one. So that's already set, ready to go. New Zealand, our favourites down under here. Australia, New Zealand. So although the blue line, well, it didn't quite cross there, but that's a good trend. It's done yellow, it's done white. It's kind of the beginning of a new bit of a trend, yellow. We could probably get away with a white trigger here. If it came up and hit white round about here, let's say. How far? Yeah, that's, oh, yeah, we got tons of room in here. And let's see what we've got for the white trigger. Again, just click right on the smiley face. Yeah, that's a good setup. Brilliant. Done. Alrighty. And what's the other one? Australian. These two almost look identical. It's uncanny in a way. Okay, let's zoom out again as far as we can. Click, click, click. And blue has crossed white here. It's dropped. It's hit yellow. It's just skirting along white. We've got a white trigger in. Even with white, you can always just check. I mean, the further this is apart, the more accurate the trades are going to be. 1,200 points. Brilliant. That is a really good trend. Very strong. So if it came up now and let's say hit white round about here, give or take a bit. Well, yeah, 250 is nothing. So let's see what we've got set up. There you go, 250 and 2 lots. Let's put 1.5 in. Let's not be too greedy. Alrighty, let's just click OK. Done, 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 and done. Alright, so let's zoom in a bit on that one. There we go. Boom, boom. And let's minimize it. So the only ones that we really haven't looked at is the pound yen, which is not looking good at all. Yeah, that's really not good. Maybe a red trigger. What's 1 day doing? That's kind of peaking out. Yeah, let's just not. As you know, I'm a bit scared of the yen. Tell you the truth. And what's this one? US yen. We've done the US yen, Euro yen then. Oh, now that wasn't looking too good very long ago, but blue has crossed white here. It's done yellow, it's done white and red to some extent. There's the new movement. White, red, red. Yeah, it's really coming to the end of the trend now. Let's not say we did. They just don't look good. And if in doubt, stay out. Okay, quick readjustment of the charts. We've got to make sure we've got our order shift turned on here. It's, whoops, turn it on and move it over. There you go. We always need to have a space between the candles and the chart on the right hand side here, the numbers on the right hand side. Yeah, that's all done. Order shift on, order shift on, order shift on, order shift on. Yeah, done, done, done. This one here, order shift is on. Good. This one is not moved to the left there, and we don't have order shift on. And here, we can zoom out a little bit on that one, see what's going on. There you go. And that's it. So we're set up for the weekend. It's coming up to our yellow trigger here. Perhaps we should have taken that couple of $14 out of that, but no big deal. We're confident on that one. And sometimes near the end of the session, even in the last few minutes, the market can go absolutely ballistic and do some strange things before the market closes for the weekend. But we're confident here. Let's just go back and have a quick look at this one. We're confident we can get a nice trade out of that, and if it continues up, we will absolutely put a trade in on white and maybe even move our stop loss up here a little bit. If we zoom out, we can see that's been a long trend in the making, this one. Nice. And if we look at the 1 day chart, yeah, it's, wow, look at that. In fact, the white line is just crossing the red line too, and that's the pattern we want. That's now beginning to enter into a long downward trend, like one of these ones. And when all the lines are close together like this as they cross over, like they weren't close here, but here, They were all close. Look at that trend there. Beautiful. And then we've had another trend down to this sort of level. And we're up and then hitting this. So it's getting weaker and weaker. And as much as you can zoom out, you can see quite a bit here. Look at that. Yeah, that's going to be a beautiful trend. I mean, look at these ones here. Long trends. We can get in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out on the 1 hour charts many times and take some really good trading. So we're looking for some exciting trades coming up again next week. No question about it. So I'm confident that the 1 hour chart here is going to do the right thing. So we've got nothing to worry about, and yeah, we've got nothing to worry about. We're not going to lose any sleep. Done. We're set up now for the weekend. When the market's closed, I'm going to close my computer down, but first thing on Sunday, we want to be opening up the charts again on Sunday, because if you've got your computer turned off, the triggers don't work. They sit on your computer. So without the computer on, the charts won't work. All right, well, we had a great week, and I encourage you to watch these videos over and over, because the education training portion of it is these videos. By watching this over and over and over, you can see that we're actually not just teaching you how to trade, we're trading, and we're getting the results. And as you can see, it's positive. Well, in fact, it's just whipped down here. Positive. You know, boom. And there's some negative trades somewhere. There you go. There's a couple negative ones. We went a bit strange here. In fact, yeah. Okay. Never mind. There's another negative one, so on and so forth. But overall, when we look at the whole picture, from a $100,000 account, we're actually up $7,200. When did we open this up? In February. And this is realistic trading. So February, March, April, May. So 90 days or so. And that's realistic trading. And we continue doing that. We'll have an account doubled and so on and so forth in no time. As well, we're also specifically trading just the 9 currency pairs that make up the system that we're teaching. But you're not limited to that. As you can see, I've got some other things down here like silver that we can also trade, gold, oil, and so on and so forth. And they're all available in the Market Watch window here. If I scroll down, you'll see. So we've got the currencies, we've got gold, platinum, copper, Nasdaq, and so on and so forth. The top commodities, we've got corn, wheat, coffee beans, sugar, the top stocks in the world. I mean, there's about 200 things in here you can look at. So don't just get stuck with the 9 currencies. Play around, experiment with the other ones too. But what we're teaching specifically, the system we're teaching, is based on the 9 currency pairs. But all of the charts do the same thing. And we'll get into more of that in the members area. Okay, so have a great weekend and look forward to seeing what happens in the charts next week.